Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Rush holding it down with the Labudo Network. Right now, I'm promoting my side hustle, Rush Enterprise. If you're in the state of New Jersey, you need armed guards or unarmed guards, just call up my business line and I'll line it up. The bigger the contract, the more money we make together, you heard? Today I got sophisticated jerk in the building with me. We about to expound on this groupie situation with Uriel Perez. Um, Yo, we're gonna play this clip, and then after we play this clip, we're gonna expound on it. But before we play the clip, man, I want to get your personal opinion on groupie activities, man. You know, a lot of these birds, they be groupies out here, man, and want to play victim all of a sudden. So let's expound on this, SJ, man. Let me get your opinion on that. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. Groupie activity. First of all, man, a woman that has that type of mindset, she's a hanger on, man, and she's just low key, man, looking for opportunity, man. So she's like, you'll see them at those NBA. What's the All Star weekends?
Yeah, man. I mean,
They at
they
every
be
concert.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah.
like,
They be at
they,
every concert. So man, they just looking for that one. Here's their sinister shit with groupies. They looking for that one weak link. That guy that they could spot that weakness in, that dude that's like too tapped into his desires. And then what they do is like they'll give them dudes some, but they either gonna put an allegation on you, they're either gonna be like Selena Powell, where they're like gossiping, putting all your business out there. So nah, they nasty work, man. So yeah, groupies, even though they convenient and shit, hey, man, y'all better start leaving that alone because they come in there for a payout, a cash out.
yeah, man. Like, obviously, Uriel and Anzo, they wasn't prepared to deal with a bird like this because they're so used to dealing with probably like women overseas because this dude is a soccer player, so he's probably not used to dealing with American groupies. And one thing about these birds that's groupies in America, man, they nasty work, man. And you just broke down like two different types of these groupie bird type archetype, man. And like, yeah, man, you got the ones that's looking for a lick, and then you got another one that's just gonna put false allegations out of you just for a bag. So,
Yeah, you
yo,
had
man,
a oh my bad.
no, no, go ahead.
Nah,
What you
you
about
got a
to
good
say?
point, man, because yeah, people coming from like I don't know what country they from, but South America, period. Like,
Argentina. They're from Argentina.
oh, okay, yeah, man, they really don't have like that centralized government like we do. All the like justice system, the three-letter agencies and shit like that. So, down in South for a lot of countries, man, you could buy your way out of a lot of shit if you famous. Cause like you go down
Right,
there, you
right,
carry a
right.
pocket of
Because
money, you get arrested, you just hand some dollars, they'll turn their head and shit. So I think a lot of
yeah,
successful men, they don't understand. They come to America, man. Like this is the land of civil lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, they probably thought like, oh, okay, this is the standard groupie, man. We knock it down, man. Buy her a nice old handbag or some shit. And she disappeared. Nah, these motherfuckers is writing books. They gonna file allegations. This is a whole new Ziploc over here. So yeah, you can't come over here and play the same game you could do with like their local countries and shit like that. It's a whole different world, like you said. So now I like how you highlighted that.
yeah, and you like, and before we play the clip, man, I want to say, man, like I don't believe this female. I think she knew exactly who these guys were, and she thought, you know what I mean. Whatever transpired within that hotel, and like, yo, like she admitted that she went to the hotel, man, and like, yo, come on, man. What female is just gonna go to a random hotel, man, and not know what's about to go down? You know what I'm saying? So, for her to act like she didn't know who these guys were, and then you go to the hotel, the whole friction came about when what I mean, she pulled out her phone because that famous soccer player, man, he's married, so he probably didn't want like footage to come out so his wife don't get upset. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to play the clip now.
Hold on, real quick, because I want to expound on what you were saying. Nah, that's the danger of a lot of these type of females, and that's the ignorance is their like weapon, and that's where guys got to understand, man, because you'll see a bad chick, and like you said, she's a groupie, so she's just lingering around. So of course she knows who the fuck you are, man. Like, man, these females could like take a picture of you and scan it in the database and some shit, the groupie database, and they gonna come up with like who you are and stuff. And then I mean, you got like say like some nice sunglasses on their name brand, and they know how to spot like name brand shit, so they gonna put two to two together. Right. So like you said, they'll go up to the hotel room and then play ignorant after that. But like you said, it's like, man, if you going up to a hotel room and shit like that, you know what's going down. But that's why, like I said, ignorance is their weapon, because then they played like, oh, I was just going up there. He seemed real nice and we were vibing and he just jumped on me. So that's why I'm like, man, don't even play those type of games, man. Because like they'll come up there and they're going to flip it on you and play stupid. And that's the biggest form of manipulation with women, and they're predatory too. Because they know what they do when they hanging around. Like I said, they spotting these dudes. And then once they get in them environments, they go up there and all the deeds happen. That's where they go back and they're like, all right, here's my cash out plan. Let me file these allegations and let me start extracting this paper and shit. And a lot of times, since men are so thirsty and shit, a lot of those civil lawsuits, because, these people don't want this shit lingering around. Like you said, if he's has a family or he might have some brand deals, they end up like just paying this shit out. So that's why, these females ain't stupid.
No, they're not. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you my personal experience with groupies. Now I didn't take the bait, but let me tell you how crazy these chicks are and how they are like your best detectives in the world. Okay, I had a good friend I had a good friend named Dagrin, right? He ended up plugging me in with this guy named Marlon. Now Marlon is the road manager for DJ Khaled. At the time when I was dealing with Marlon, like I was trying to build a relationship with Khaled, but we never really got to know each other. But I was always around his vicinity every time he'll have a show or whatever, because his goal was to plug me in. Marlon's goal was to introduce me to DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? To I guess build good rapport, because at the time I was trying to work out a deal with Koch. I knew the vice president of Koch, which his name was Shadow Stokes or whatever, right? Now I linked up, first time I linked up around Khaled with Marlon was in Miami. So like he was familiar with my face, but he never spoke to me or whatever, right? Fast forward, right? I'm back in Georgia, I'm doing my thing or whatever. Marlon, he called me up, right? He was like, yo, we're doing a show in Atlanta, yo, come through. So, I come through with my right hand man Finesse, we go out there or whatever, right? Like they're doing the show. Yo, when I tell you these niggas had so many bitches around them, like, yo, these hoes know exactly what they be doing, man. Like, they in the VIP, they trying to get into the VIP section, right? Right. Me and my man Finesse, we got into the VIP section for the show because this was the after party after the concert. You know what I'm saying? So, what I mean? Usually everybody they link up, from Drama and all them at this particular club or whatever, right? So we get pulled in with the VIP section, nigga. Like, yo, when I tell you mad biddies was on me, my man, after we got into that VIP, like they was ready to go right there. But like I'm not really like this is before the Me Too movement. I just didn't feel comfortable dealing with like random chicks like that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, just I brought this story up because a chick would sleep with the water boy, you know what I'm saying, of a famous celebrity, man. That's just how they move, man. And for this chick to sit there and say like, yo, she had no idea who this niggas was, and then she went to the hotel. Yo, you lying, bitch. Like, yo, we know what you trying to do, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But let me play this clip for you right now. Hold on.
All right.
I am so tired of married men putting single women in dangerous situations. Like, married men role playing as single men and trying to be in the dating pool of single women is absolutely disgusting. And I'm so tired of you men, and I'm going to be exposing you guys. We're going to start off with Uriel Perez and Enzo Fernandez. Last year, they were in Philadelphia, and I was at the Four Seasons with my girlfriends. Long story short, Uriel Perez was flirting with my friend at the Sky High bar. And he was like, oh, I have a friend for you, blah, blah, blah. So he FaceTimed his friend, which was Enzo Fernandez. And he's like, oh, well, the bar is closing. Come up to my suite. Let's have some drinks and listen to music. So we're like, okay, cool. Yeah, these guys are cute, whatever. So we go to the suite. I did not know that Enzo Fernandez was a soccer player. We don't watch soccer. Like, we're just starting to learn about soccer now because World Cup is in Philadelphia. And we had no idea who these guys were. We had no idea. We just knew that it was a vibe and they were cute and we were just hanging out. This is what single people do. Mind you, me and my girlfriend, we're single. They're not. So they're putting us in dangerous situations and we have no idea that these men are married. So we go to the suite and then I pulled out my phone because I had another girlfriend that was on her way up. And I pull out my phone to text her and then Uriel starts yelling at me. He's like, why do you have your phone out? Let me see your phone. What are you doing? Do you know who this guy is? Do you know who you're with right now? And I'm like, no, actually, I don't. And don't yell at me because you're not going to talk to me like that. So long story short, he tries to take my phone to see what's in my phone. He probably thought that I was taking pictures. Mind you, I have no clue who this guy is. So then he tries to take my phone. I splash my drink in his face, my champagne. I splashed it in his face. And then he grabs me by my neck, body slams me on the bed and starts strangling me, like literally strangling me because I threw my drink in his face because he was yelling at me, trying to take my phone. So I literally thought I was going to die. Like, I thought I was going to die. Enzo grabbed them and there was another guy that grabbed him and threw him like off of me. And then I ran out the freaking room and then I called 911. And like, he runs out the room and he's like begging me not to press charges on him. My friend is like freaked out. She's like shaking. She's like, listen, she's like, don't press charges on these guys. They look like they're cartel. Mind you, we're so fucking clueless that they're soccer players or whoever they are. We're thinking that they're cartel or something. We just know that they're from another country. They look like they're like, I don't know. They do look like cartel. They're all like tatted up. They look like gangsters. So she's like, he'll kill you, Tina. He'll kill you. I'm pretty sure this guy's cartel. He'll probably kill you and your family if you press charges on him. This is what my friend is telling me. So I'm like, you know what? I let it be. And then I went home, but I was like shaking. I was like literally like so traumatized. I was absolutely traumatized and disgusted. The next day I was like, you know what? F that. I went to the police station. I pressed charges on him and there's a bench warrant out for his arrest. So if this man is in Jersey on Sunday or if he's anywhere around in the US, I want this man arrested. His name is Uriel Perez. Uriel Perez. That is his name. He was the agent of Enzo Fernandez. I don't know. The last time I checked, he's probably not his agent anymore. But even like Enzo Fernandez did not touch me. I did not do anything with this man. I did not touch him. But even just to invite us to his room to put us in a dangerous situation with a clearly unstable psychopath, like, that's not even okay. Like, bro, you're married. You are married. I'm so tired of married men. And I'm probably going to look like the bad guy here because for some reason, men are always innocent and women always get the short end of the stick. We're the bad guys. But I'm so effing tired of married men putting single women in dangerous situation or cosplaying as single men or role playing as single men. You're not single, bro. Leave us the fuck alone. We don't want you. We don't go looking for married men. Married men are 9 times out of 10 looking for us. Trust me and believe me when I tell you, when you're a beautiful woman, you are in a dangerous situation because there are predators out here. They don't care about you. They just want to be selfish and try to use you to have some company for the night, to have some pleasure. They don't care if they're married. They don't give a fuck about their wife in the moment. And it's honestly disgusting because that night I genuinely could have died. There is a bench warrant out for his arrest. And yeah, fuck you guys and fuck Argentina. I hope they fucking lose the World Cup. I am.
Boy, There's a lot to unpack. Yeah, it's definitely bullshit, man. Hearing this clip. Because the first thing, like, she's got to really explain is, because she, like I said, they try to take that innocent, we're ignorant, because she even kind of elaborated on that. It's like, you're at a fucking hotel to begin with, like drinking with your homegirl, kicking it. So it's like, you're already in a place where, you know, like, I guarantee they're not at the La Quinta. So, you know, they probably went to like one of the nicer hotels where ballers typically go. So it's like, okay, you're in that environment. What was that?
No. I'm just agreeing what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's like you're already in a hotel environment, kicking it, and you know why you're in those higher end hotels drinking. You know, so that's why, like I said, they try to play dumb, but you went to that environment trying to align with guys that have them money. So it's just like you're actually the predatory person. They ain't go out in the neighborhoods, you know, flash your money and be like, hey, come with us and stuff. So it's like, man, you're in their environment, you know? So the second thing she kind of told on herself was like, man, we didn't know they were soccer players. They look like cartel members. So you telling me like you and your homegirl with, and this is, you remember females always be like, we have female intuition. Yeah, I looked at these guys and saw that they look like gangsters. They tatted up and you went to their hotel room. Come on, man. Like, if I see some motherfuckers that look sketchy, I'm not going nowhere in their vicinity. You know what I'm saying? They come and talk to me. I'll be nice, but I'm shooting that shit down. And then you just met these motherfuckers. You're going up to the hotel room and you're acting like, oh, nah, you know, these men are bad and stuff. It's like, come on, man. Who goes up to a guy's room when you first met him?
A groupie.
A chick, yeah, a groupie. So it's just like, man, come on, stop this. I hope the judge and them, they just need to start throwing these cases out. Like, ma'am, you went up to the hotel room. We ain't hearing this shit.
Man. And the only reason why he got physical with her because you threw a glass of wine in his face, man. Like, of course, like he don't know you like that. So he gonna treat you like a bird, man. That's how you get treated when you disrespect a man when you're a bird, man. You're gonna get choke slammed, man. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm not a big fan of dude putting hands on the female, but I mean, you disrespected them first, so you kind of put that on yourself, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely don't agree with like any dude but you know, this is her explaining the story, and here's where a lot of times, man, it hurts their thing because they always got some reason why they delay calling the cops. Because, you know, they always be like, man, it was out of fear, and it's like sometimes it's understandable to be scared, but you know, if you called the next day, you wasn't goddamn that scared. So you know, typically if somebody's really in like a duress situation, they would have ran down to that front desk and be like, hey, man, hit the cops up now. You know, this happened and shit. So yeah, a lot of times it just don't add up when people do stuff. It's like they went home and started scheming almost like, you know what, man, let's call and let's do this now. And that's the danger side. That's why I'm like, I be trying to tell guys, don't, man, I know you probably thinking it's fun. We gonna hook up with some chicks, but this stuff plays out a lot more than not. And it's like, if you're a guy that got some money and shit, it's like, man, it ain't gonna end favorable and shit. Cause they had to plot it out, man.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm not like dealing with groupies. Like you really don't know who they are. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I wouldn't feel comfortable dealing with groupies to that extent. You know what I mean? Because you never know how they're gonna act, man. And this is a clear reason why you shouldn't deal with groupies. Now, you know, celebrities, you know, they're gonna do what they do, man. You know, they got security for shit like that, and they be lawyered up to deal with, you know, birds like this, man. But you know, yeah, man. I mean, this is what a groupie does, man. Like, she gonna figure out what hotel you're gonna be at. You know what I mean? And she's gonna try to figure out a way on how to get close to you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, whether you at a club or at a event, and she's able to get into the VIP section, just know that takes effort, man. Effort and calculation, man. So this bird right here / groupie is a fucking liar, man. She probably try to, I don't know, man. Like, you know, the whole phone situation, I could see that being a situation with Uriel, because he is married. You know what I'm saying? So I know he definitely don't want that information to get back to his wife, man. That's the reason why.
I don't think so, man.
You don't think so?
Man, if dudes maneuver like this, man, they don't care. So like, man, and I ain't trying to throw no smoke like at certain countries. It's like, man, the magnitude that these dudes are at in them third, man, them women are like, do what you need to. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, like
obviously, if you're maneuvering reckless like that, those guys don't care about like if she found out. They just probably don't want to be on camera because they understand like them being famous. These females will try to take pictures and shit as like, you know, like if they doing the tell-all books and shit. Like I said, Selena,
yeah,
they try to get
yeah.
pictures of these dudes in compromising positions so they could like try to either blackmail them or like, see, I was with Uriel and them, and here's the evidence. You know, that's on
Yeah,
page
yeah.
5 of my
No,
book.
I can see that too. I
So
can see
that's why
that
guys
too.
really don't want them taking pictures of them because they kind of know, like, hey, man, yeah, these females, like, they're gonna try to do some shit to like make you look bad and stuff like that. Because think about it, like Selena Powell, like she be saying all that shit about like, oh, you know, so and so, I ate his ass, and you know, I did this with so and so, and if they got a picture of you, it kind of puts a little bit of validity to that story and shit.
Validity to whatever
Yeah.
lie they're trying to put out. So yeah, man. I mean, but this is one of the negative ripple effects of being a celeb, man. You're dealing with all kinds of wicked women, man, and they're not even regular birds. We talking about groupies that's birds, man. Like that's the worst kind of chick you can deal with, man. I mean, it happened to Pac. Look what happened to Pac. Pac was dealing with a groupie chick, right? And you know, a lot of times these groupies get treated like yo, they treated like groupies, nigga. Like after, you know, sometimes, yo, these celebs don't even smash. They be like, yo, let my man hit. I'll be back, and they just never come back and let their boys have their way with these women. You know,
see, that's the dumb shit that men do, man. That's why it's like, man, you got to stop that like group shit, hooking up with your friends, man. And you got to be direct with a female. Like if you messing with her, man, you got to be on some shit like, say like you pull up, you meet a female, like you need to be like, hey man, I'm interested in you. Then if like say she's coming over, man, you hit her with that text like, hey man, you coming through, you know, bring that lingerie. So that way she can't be like, oh, I just thought we was gonna be talking and stuff. Like, yeah, man, read that text, nigga. I said bring some lingerie. You know what the fuck was going down up here.
Yeah,
see,
man, like come on. Like, yo, and like these chicks, man, oh my goodness, man, like it's like they're bad actors too. It's like, yeah, really, like you didn't know, you thought he was a part of the cartel, you know, like you had enough courage, you mustered up enough courage to throw glass of wine in the face of a gangster that's a cartel.
Yeah,
I mean, yo, the cartel have a strong reputation that they play no nonsense, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
they feed your organs to Rottweilers and all that. You mustered up enough courage to throw a glass of wine in their face. Come on, man. You a liar, man.
But
come
see, that's
on, man.
The fact that she's even online telling her story, you could tell she's kind of going for a civil lawsuit because, you know, like I said, if people are truly scared and you know, they're going to go foul, man, and they're going to let that process play out. But when people are out here trying to do the public image thing, they're trying to poison the well to go for the lawsuit. So them guys be like, man, let's pay so this goes away. But like you said, yeah, that was a good point because it's like, first of all, like, yeah, if you identify them as cartel, you already know what's going on. The fact that you went up in a room with that type of thing, like you said, and then they did like grab you like that, and you're still putting out this information about them and not through the authorities. Come on, man. Like, this is the beauty of like the internet now. It's like when you let people speak, they contradict themselves in the story.
Yeah,
it's like,
man.
You're hanging out literally at a high-end hotel. Why? That's where people just got to start asking these questions. Why are you there at that hotel? Oh, well, we just hang out there. Yeah, okay. Okay, second question. These dudes came up to you and in a little bit of time, you're going up to their room. That's typically not the mindset of a female that carries herself in a classy manner. She's not going up there. She might have changed numbers with you and then be like, hey, man, we could meet up and keep talking till we build that rapport and stuff. But you went up to their room in the first night with some sketchy dudes. Like, man, you already exposing your mindset, man. That's why this shit falls flat. Yeah, this shit crazy.
Yeah, this is definitely crazy, man. And you know, like, yo, like, let me ask you a question. Like, yo, if she were to take this to a civil suit, How would that work? Because these guys are from Argentina. They're not even from the United States. So how would that even work?
It's not the reason why she's probably fouling now because they do got some of the Olympic stuff or the World Cup or however that plays out or something. Like this must have came out a couple weeks ago where since they had to come to the U.S. and play a game, then she was going to try to do that like, oh, they need to arrest them, and then maybe people could hold them at that moment and that could play out. So I'm not too sure, but
so
yeah,
her goal is to put out, I guess.
Yeah, she filed because she said the next day she went and filed at the police station. So it's just like if there's warrants and stuff, they could hold them. Say like they go to another state, like, hey, so and so's here, arrest them motherfuckers.
Now, you see how crafty, you see how crafty this groupie is.
Groupies and broke women know the laws better than anything, and that's why I be telling men I'm a big advocate of like not tricking because I'm like, man, when you get those type of transactional women. Dog, they got these plans laid out. They know how to like position themselves as the victim. Like you said, they know how to file these things. And she had a homegirl with her, so she's gonna corroborate. So now you got like two females like with the same story and shit. So that's why I'm telling that guys like, man, these motherfuckers is dangerous, man. Like, you better control your desires and just get you a chick that like likes you and rock with that. Don't be doing no group shit, the parties, drinking with women and stuff. Man, that shit got to cease, man, because those environments, those are pretty much like when you look at a lot of them cases as far as like the civil suits when these things play out, it's always some liquor involved and men partying, trying to do this like group shit with each other. And that's how like motherfuckers is getting caught up, man. So those environments, men just need to stop.
You know what, man? I don't think he's going to get arrested, even though
this is going to be hard because he's from another country. But still, it's like if he ever had any business in the U.S.
Wherever she's going to put out this bench warrant for him, and I'm just using that for, like, you can't put out a bench warrant. That's not how that works. I'm just using that for conversation's sake. Whatever happened within the state she had this altercation with Uriel Perez and Onzo or whatever, it's going to have, like, if she were able to be that crafty enough to convince the police to put out a bench warrant, it'll be specifically for that particular state. It's not going to be in New Jersey, unless if it happened in New Jersey. But, if he's in Jersey dealing with the World Cup or whatever, and, this incident happened in Wyoming, he's not going to get arrested. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I'm not sure how some states do like they'll grab somebody and send them to the state. All that extradition, it takes time, but I mean. More than likely it's too elaborate for all that coordination for this type of stuff. But I mean, you don't want to play around with it.
You see how crafty this bitch is, though?
Oh,
She trying and she trying to get to the bag, man. Because, like, she figured, like, if they lock him up, that's when she could file that civil lawsuit. So that overnight stay will probably be a couple weeks. Well, it doesn't need to be a couple weeks because all you got to do is pay it off, right, and get out of whatever holding cell he's in, and then but he'll have to come back for a court date, and that's where that
they want to say like he got caught up. Say like if she filed that first night and say it was an actual event that happened, and she went down there. They will hold him and they would have that, not the civil lawsuit, but if he got booked for like say charges of like assault or grape. Yeah, they're gonna hold him for that. And then she could file concurrently on that, like the civil stuff. So yeah, man. That's why I'm like, man, these environments, dudes be like, man, I'm hooking up. If you see a chick that's just hanging out at a hotel and she ain't got a room there, no business in it, that's different. Like y'all get some drinks, y'all talking like, hey man, let's go up to the room or something. But when chicks are just hanging out there and they ain't got no like business being there, they ain't got no room. Oh no, they hang her out. They either targeting men to rob them, or they know like a lot of thirsty ass men are gonna like see some pretty girls drinking and they're gonna come up, start talking, and that whole fantasy. Oh, I'm gonna pull these chicks on when I'm vacationing. So yeah, men are it's getting dangerous out here. Because I just did one story on my channel. It was kind of like a situation like this. One guy was just, he sees some females like drinking down there, brought him up to his room. They robbed and killed him. took his shit. You know, they end up getting caught up. But that's the gameplay. They either trying to rob you for your shit or put allegations on you or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's getting dangerous out here. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if they're just like, man, first thing you need to ask, man, oh, you got a room up here? Which y'all here for business or something? Oh no, we just come here to hang out. Groupie. You be like, all right, well, y'all have a nice day, man. You go take your drink and you go move elsewhere, man. Like, don't do it.
Yeah, man, because that one night, you know what I mean, of pleasure with that bird / groupie, man, that shit could become like a case for your ass, man. So, yo, man, don't deal with random groupies, man. Especially some of you celebs, man. Y'all got to start making these bitches sign NDAs, man. You know what I mean?
Man, them NDAs don't work. That's what I'm saying. You're better off not doing this shit. Because I know a lot of guys be saying the NDA route, but as soon as they make an allegation, those are voided. So that's why a lot of times
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Nah, all they got to do is like, man, I was drinking when I signed that. Because, you know, there's going to be liquor there. So that's where guys null avoid this shit. Then if they're like, oh, he put his hands on me, he did this.
You know what? Like, but yo, let's not just brush that off. Like, anytime a female, and especially in the state of New York, if you engage in a sexual act with a female that's inebriated in the state of New York, that is considered you engaging with her in a non-consensual manner. So you want to stay away from dealing with chicks that drink, period. You know what I mean? It's free game for you guys out there, man. You know what I mean?
No, and that's why I said, man, if you got a female, man, like, say I was interested and I'm talking to a female, like, I'm not going to be just like fixated on like sex or anything. Cause I got some game, but it's definitely going to be some flirtatious banter where if somebody see our text, they're like, nah, this dude was like getting at you. Like he ain't calling you over there so y'all can play some Uno and shit. Nah, he had intentions. It's clear as fuck. He's like, hey, sexy, damn, you look good earlier, man. I can't wait to see you, boy. We about to go get this dinner and hey, hopefully, shit go, I'm going to be talking something along the lines like that. So there ain't no confusion if somebody's like, I'll be like, man, read them texts. She know what the fuck she was getting into. I was applying the pressure from the jump. I was not in no friend zone, like hanging out with no chick.
Yeah. I mean, and it's just like, it's just so easy for them to just accuse a man. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, there's a chick. Oh, man. Okay, did you see a viral clip? That a chick was falsely accusing a man of groping her, but these group of women.
I did see. I see it. I seen the title. I didn't watch it. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a breakdown on that.
We could break it. We could break it down now if you want.
I gotta jump off. Like I can't stay on too much longer. But we'll do it another day because I do want to do that one.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, man, it just shows you how these chicks. I gotta get off soon too, cause I gotta get back to the office or whatever. But these chicks, man, like whenever they have some sort of authority and power, they're gonna abuse it, man. You know what I'm saying? And look what this broad is doing. She know the laws. She know the laws is there to protect her in the United States, man. And look how she's misusing this kind of power against her hoish ways, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, just, take the L, man. It didn't pan out the way you wanted to. Move on, man. You know what I mean? You doing this, man, it's fucked up, man. And it shows what kind of person you are. This right, and let me tell you, I shouldn't even be giving y'all women free game, man. But whenever you put yourself in a situation like this, blasting niggas on mainstream media, or social media, and it goes viral, niggas that's well established is not gonna want to deal with you after that, man. This right here is gonna hurt her in the back end because she'll never be able to find a suitable mate because they're gonna look at the situation right there and not fuck with that bitch, man.
I gotta give you some pushback.
Oh man, here we go.
No, because I get what you're saying because it is like say like me and you. We out there, we see her, and man, we did some research. And we found out, like, we seen this clip. We're gonna be like, oh hell no, we dipping.
Yeah,
but she's not even looking. She's not even looking for good men at this point. Because if a female is a groupie and she's going down these lanes, she already accepted the fact that like she's a transactional female and she's been around like scammers and dudes of that nature.
But
And you could tell.
well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of pushback.
Nah, I'm telling you, man. Like,
Okay,
real quick, because hold on, because I want to cover one more point, and I'll
Alright.
toss it to you. Because man, the way she spoke, like I said, first of all, they're hanging out at the hotel, but she's like the fact that she's blaming it. Oh, the married men, they keep doing this and this. It's like, nah. See, a lot of females like this, they don't know how to like date with intentions. And you could tell like she's like you said, a groupie, man. She put it out there quick because see, this is why like when guys are telling females like, man, y'all need to go out there and do the coffee dates and stuff, get to know somebody. But they're like, no, he's got to take me to like a steak dinner. We got to go and do this. And see, like, that's where you get to know somebody. You get to know the guys that like got their shit together. But when females don't want to accept, that type of dating process where it's a build up before you just jump into the expensive dinners, they already done like conceded the fact that, man, I'm not looking for the best guy. I'm just looking for a guy that's like trying to trick off some money and shit like that. So yeah, nah, she ain't looking for it. My bad, I was long winded, but
No. I'm gonna give you some pushback on that. These type of transactional females, the choppy outdoors or whatever, like they at some point they do want to settle down. I mean, because you can't sell your box forever. At some point, they want to find a sucker to take care of them, and they're gonna see this shit right here, and they're not gonna fuck with you. I mean, maybe a cuckolder with low self-esteem will wife a particular like this, but I mean, with this information out like this, man, like, yo, man, dudes is gonna stay clear from you, man, because they don't need the extra drama. You know what I'm saying?
But
they
Rush, based on what she was saying, what type of dudes do you think this chick is like around and dating?
Oh, I mean, obviously, she probably hitting the blade. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not. All right, let me be realistic. She's in her groupie moment. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, she's gonna want to she want to go. These type of women always want to find a sucker. They let me explain this right. A lot of times these chicks will play the field. You know what I mean? They sleep with the ball players, they sleep with the rappers, and etc. Right? But at some point they know they can't do that forever. So at some point they're gonna want to link up with a dude after they're used up and they lost their youthfulness. They're gonna want to link up with the nice guy. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you know what I mean?
Now I get what you're saying. They do have them fairy tales, but the way she spoke, and because think about it, man. If females are sitting at a bar and she's telling you like, oh, they looked like they was cartel, for them to have that comfort level to spot them guys and be like, oh, they look like gangsters, and they went up there, she's dealing with like dudes that are similar in that nature. So that's why I'm saying like that's her group of guys that she's typically dealing with. So like,
right.
The fact that she's dealing with that, man, a lot of times, man, and I used to be around a lot of dudes of that element when I was like young and stuff before I got my shit together. Mm-hmm. Man, they accept a lot of shit because they don't have their stuff together. So that's what I'm saying. They deep down, they know like, hey, I could do this shit because I'm going to end up with like a street dude or some dude that of that nature and shit. Like you said, they will want a guy that got his shit together. But the fact that they maneuvering like this, and like I said, she's cool putting herself on blast. She already know like the niche of guy she's playing with. It's going to be a dude that don't have no requirements, no standards and shit like that. Because that's what she's already around. That's why she's comfortable saying this shit out in public like that.
Yeah, I mean, yo, this is a bird that has nothing to lose. I call this archetype like yeah, she's a groupie, but like she on some kamikaze type shit, man. Like she's gonna destroy everything within her path, man, because she has nothing to live for. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of times they make calculated risk decisions, like, you know what I mean? Going in a hotel with a celebrity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But any chick with with any form of dignity ain't gonna go in a hotel with a dude that she don't know, despite that he's a celeb. You know what I'm saying?
But the funny thing is, man, shout out to her friend, because her friend, like, I ain't putting my face out there. She letting her be the face of the public. Like you said, the bad one that's good. The friend's like, nah, I'm gonna sit behind the scene.
Yeah, man, like Yeah, because it's wrong. She knows she's wrong, man. For her to even go to this extent to try to get somebody arrested, man, it's foul play, bro. You know. But yo, I'm about to get off this joint, man.
All
Like,
right,
yo,
no
let me get
doubt,
your
man.
last words, sophisticated jerk.
Yeah, my thing is, man, we spend all this time building ourselves up, especially like, man, you an athlete of this caliber and stuff. Man, the sacrifices you made to get to that point, to get yourself in a 1%, man, do not risk this shit over some like cute little chick that's just hanging out, a little groupie, man. It, like Russ said, it ain't worth it, man. Like, nigga, go rub one out, man. Like, keep yourself safe, man. Maneuver a little differently, man, because they're playing a whole totally different game, man. These females is calculated. And it's gonna come back to haunt you and shit. It could blow up like a lot of good stuff that you have. So, it just ain't worth no coochie, man. Like, your livelihood, it ain't even in the same like bracket and vicinity, man. So I don't know why guys just keep on setting themselves up for this shit. But nah, thanks for having me, Rush, man. I always love fucking with you, man. Breaking these stuff down.
Yeah, man. Yo, man. I mean, I'm glad we able to expound on this because like, yo, content creators, man, they don't even some of these red pill dudes, man, they don't expound on these type of chicks, man. And I'm glad we had the chance to, to expound on a groupie type bird, man. Like these are the worst type of bitches that you can deal with, man. These chicks have nothing to lose, man. So be careful, man. It's your boy Rush, aka Mundo, out here chasing that pollo, that guacamole, that ragu. Seek wisdom, practice humility, and always remain sucker free. You heard? We out. Later, SJ, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.